Hi, welcome to the Frame Game. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power is back on Amazon this August. The new trailer doesn't show much of the plot, but it does show off a ton of cool monsters from Tolkien's world, which is something the show hasn't focused on much yet. There's a lot to think about from this short trailer, and fans can probably guess some things about what's going to happen in Season 2. Do you want to know more about it? Let's get started!
Ancient and powerful, has returned.
About the tentacle monster. That new monster in the Lord of the Rings trailer is something else, right? We don't even know exactly what is it yet, but it definitely looks creepy and dangerous. The design is just fantastic, all claws and teeth. I can't wait to see this terrifying beast wreaking havoc on someone in the show. It gives me chills just thinking about it.
Prepare yourselves.
Interesting forest dudes. Check out this scene in the new Lord of the Rings trailer. Galadriel, Elrond, and their crew are all geared up for a battle. But who are they fighting? We see these shadowy figures with glowing blue eyes. Pretty spooky. It's hard to say for sure who they are. Maybe they're orcs, elves, or even just creepy ghosts. Tolkien's world is full of all sorts of weird and wonderful creatures, so it could even be something more obscure, like those shape-shifting Bornings we've heard about. One thing's for sure, they're definitely not giant tree people or ants. These guys seem a bit too small for that. Cool moth. Ritual? There's this crazy scene in the new Lord of the Rings trailer that's got everyone buzzing. You see this figure shrouded in shadow with blood all over their hands? And what are they doing? They're summoning a whole swarm of moths. Creepy, right? Now, remember those creepy moth things from Season 1? The ones that seemed connected to Gandalf, or the Stranger as they're calling him now. Well, this new person definitely doesn't look like Gandalf at all. They've got a whole different vibe going on. You can have double the tentacles when tentacles are roots. Think about it. The trailer doesn't show the whole creature, just those thick, wreathing tentacles. They kind of look like gnarled tree roots, all tangled and pulsating. Plus, remember, Tolkien's world is full of magical beings connected to nature, like the Ents or the giant tree people. Maybe this is some kind of monstrous plant creature awakened by magic or some ancient evil. There's definitely a lot to ponder, as you say. It could be a completely different kind of beast, of course. But the root theory is fun to think about, and it would add another layer of mystery to the whole thing. Imagine a giant, monstrous plant terrorizing Middle-earth. That would be something else. What do you think? Is there any root to this theory, or is it just reaching? Celebrimbor in his forge.
I think he has been here.
Okay, this part of the trailer is the coolest thing we get to seeing what might actually happen in the show. We see Celebrimbor, a famous elf who makes rings all alone in his workshop. But things get interesting because a mysterious figure works right out of a giant fire. Talk about a dramatic entrance. We don't know who this fiery figure is yet, but it definitely sets the scene for something big going down. Let's just say Celebrimbor might not be having a very relaxing evening at the forge. Big sea monster. Even more tentacles. In the trailer, there's a scene of a woman floating underwater, seemingly calm and almost friendly with a giant tentacled monster. It looks a bit like the Kraken from Myths, but also kind of like a creepy monster from the first Lord of the Rings movie that attacked the Fellowship in the water. There are a few possibilities here. Maybe this is just a regular sea monster in some deep part of the ocean. But it could also be something much more mysterious. The monster's location could be a giant underground lake, even deeper than the deepest dwarf mines ever went. In Tolkien's books, there are hints of super ancient creatures living in these deep places, even older than the evil Sauron. The trailer doesn't give anything away for sure, but it sure makes you wonder what secrets might be lurking in the darkness below.
Every soul in Middle-earth is in peril.
Balrog Repercussions. Things aren't looking good for the dwarven city of Moria, called Khazad-dûm now, in the new season. Remember how Prince Durian was pushing to dig deeper for this special metal called mithril? Well, in movies and stories, when someone pushes their luck like that, it's usually a sign that bad things are coming. And in this case, the bad thing might be a giant fiery demon called the Balrog. Season 2 could be the season where Moria faces this fiery foe. 7 rings for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone? The trailer showed a dwarf holding a ring. We don't know for sure what kind of ring it is, but this is a show about powerful rings after all. In Tolkien's world, there were 7 rings given to dwarven kings by the evil Sauron. These rings made the dwarves even better at finding treasure, but they also made them greedy and angry. Unlike some other rings, these ones didn't turn the dwarves into evil wraiths. Maybe because dwarves are just tougher to corrupt than humans. Anyway, most of these dwarf rings were lost or destroyed. Some were eaten by dragons, and Sauron got a few back. But even he eventually gave up on messing with the dwarves with these rings. That's just a taste of all the mysteries and potential storylines packed into this short teaser for The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power Season 2. Mark your calendars for August and get ready to dive back into Middle-earth. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Frame Game. I'll see you in the next video.